Hello, everybody. This is Lion Dotty, and I'm here today with Lion Al.
All
And we're
right.
going to find out why Lion Al became a lion. So, Al, can you tell us the story behind why you became a lion?
Well, thank you, Dottie. 17 years ago, when I retired, I was looking for something to give back to the community. And my good friend and neighbor, Marcel Tingy, belonged to the Fort Vancouver Lions Club. So one Friday, he invited me to go to their luncheon meeting. I was a little skeptical because I thought, well, these guys are kind of a mature group, to be polite, and I'm not sure I'd fit in. But I went there, and it was a luncheon meeting, and the first thing they did was they said the Pledge of Allegiance, saying God bless America, and opened with a prayer. That alone had me hooked. I thought, these guys are good people. And as I progressed in Lions, I realized how true that was. Um, it was interesting. I was confused as to what line. I knew about Helen Keller, and I understood that they looked after the blind, but that was about it. But as we proceeded, as I walked through the first year with them and realized that I could participate in whatever volunteer or fundraising activity that I wanted, that I didn't have to do it all. I could pick and choose what I enjoyed. One particular spring, we had a track meet for the Washington School for the Blind. Now, I never knew that this was one that they've had for 20 years before that. But when I went there and saw those young children participating in track and field events, man, that was something that really tugged at my heart. Then that first winter at the Washington Elementary School, when we converted the library into a store and allowed 500 children in kindergarten through 5th grade to come down and get toys for their siblings and one for their mom and dad, and then go back up to their class and wrap them. That made me feel very proud to be a Lion. We were giving back to the community. So that's the main reason I wanted to join, was to be able to feel like I could give back to the community.
That's great, Al. It sounds like you had a really good and productive first year. Can you tell me maybe what made you stay a lion? Was there something different? Did you have a lion moment? Can you tell me the story behind that?
That's a good question. I think as I started to get to know everybody, I realized that, hey, these are good people. They really want to serve. And so as I worked alongside them, I became more and more intrigued with what motivated them. And it was different things. When we did fundraisers, there was a certain group of our club that gravitated toward that because they were good at it. And in a volunteer organization, you need to be able to raise money so that we can give money back to the community. And then on the volunteer side, working arm in arm or shoulder to shoulder, whatever you want to say, I was able to get to know these people in the community. And they're good people. And they were young at the time. I was in my early 50s. At the time, I felt comfortable with people who were 70. And I learned a lot from them as well. And then I started to learn more and more about the organization of Lions and got a little more involved in the structure of the club itself. First, I served on as one of the board of directors, and eventually, after about 4 or 5 years, I became president of the club one year. And we all serve. We all take our turn, and it was interesting to watch how both men and women were able to do that. And it was satisfying, very satisfying for me to do that.
That's great. So if there's a person watching this video that is considering joining a Lions Club, can you give any piece of advice to them?
Yeah, I think if you want to be able to get involved in a way that fits your schedule and to the degree that you want to get involved and not feel obligated, that the Lions Club is one that you should look at. And look at what we do. Look at what the club does. And if serving the blind or the deaf, or if diabetes, or children with shoot, what is it?
Like underprivileged children?
Yeah, underprivileged children. That's a good way to say it. If that appeals to you, then working with a group of Lions is a good way to go. In Clark County itself, we have, I believe, 9 Lions clubs. We meet in the morning, we meet at noon, we meet at night. So it just depends, whatever fits your schedule. Go to a Lions Club meeting, sit in, see what they do, and check out for yourself. You're not obligated to, the only fee associated is an annual fee, and I think it's now $90 a year. Now ours is a luncheon meeting. You can buy lunch or you don't have to buy lunch if you want to pay for a lunch. And we meet for an hour. It's only an hour. But we have fun, we conduct business, we talk about what's coming up. So if you really want to get involved and feel like you're contributing, give the Lions Club a shot. Thank you, Dottie.
You're welcome, and that's some great advice, Al.
Thank you.